I mean, let's just nom on some dreams. I'm good for this.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. Thank you so much for being with us as always. Thank you for everyone who joined us for our Scion one-shot. That was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people check in. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I did crazy things with the audio because I am a masochist and think I have time to do these things, but it turned out really good, and I'm really glad that all of my cast members came and had a good time. So go check that out. It'll be up on YouTube soon, and hopefully you'll see it. Anyways, we're going to go around, let everybody introduce themselves, and we're going to get started. So, MJ.
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. I'm a podcaster and writer. You can find me on certainpov.com, where we host several of my podcasts.
Awesome. And John.
Hi, I'm John. I'm also a podcaster and TikToker. You can find me on TikTok at The History Wizard or on that'snotcanon.com with my podcast, Jenna Story. We agreed to do this.
Awesome. And Rhea.
Hey, I'm Rhea. You can find me precisely and only here, except this time I have a new camera. Woo!
And Velvet will be joining us at a thematically appropriate moment.
Dark greetings, I'm Velvet Fair. I'll be playing Lakoka, she, her. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
So we're going to move right on to Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Sealight. The C stands for corset, because oh dear God. I'm playing Lady Iris Diarmuid. And you can find out what I'm doing on my Twitter, at Michelle C. Light or my website, michelleclight.com, which looks slightly professional, I guess. I'm going to be running not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 table games at Virtual HorrorCon and 1 streamed game at Virtual HorrorCon. Why am I doing this to myself? Because I love you.
Just at here, I know a lot of the family watches us. Last year was fairly successful to be at Virtual HorrorCon. Go check it out. Definitely go support Michelle. We love you. Go do that. And Junie.
Hi, Junie Banich. You can find me pretty much anywhere if you really try hard enough. Otherwise, I'm here and other places too. Let's find out what the hell I'm going to do now.
And I am always at Spectre, your storyteller. You can find me most places on the internet at Spectre Alafet. You can follow the show at Arc of the Dragon on Twitter. You can subscribe to us and like us on YouTube at Archives of the Dragon. And if you really feel generous, give us a subscribe here on Twitch so I can pay for Zoom and Photoshop. Yes, we're going to keep doing this until you do it, okay? Anyways, we're going to get started. And welcome to the ball. So, as we left off before, everyone had just returned from the far dreaming, having witnessed 2 gods fighting each other about how to end the world. However, everything seems relatively normal, as far as Changeling Society always does. You did, however, arrive in the middle of the Mer King's ball, which everybody seems to think is a perfectly normal thing to be happening right now. Though, Jack, you don't remember a ball. What ball? There was no ball. Why is everyone at a ball?
It's fine. I don't remember my real name, so it's fine.
Things are the same, and yet subtly different. You do all have rooms here in the palace. It all has clothes waiting for you in your style, like they knew you were going to be here and you were invited guests. It's a little odd. Not because, the palace couldn't have accommodated for that, but as far as you're aware, they've never met you and don't know who you are. Does anybody have anything they want to do before returning to the ball? Okay, MJ.
So I think Gray would want to take this opportunity to check in with Anil and just have a conversation about the things that they haven't been able to talk about. Gray's experience and the remembrance, finding out that Anil was the one who made the sword. And things just happened so quickly, and there was this moment of like, oh yeah, you made this, by the way. Anyway, gods are fighting.
That's fair. As with most places where people are known to have connections, your rooms are in a relatively small space in the palace, so you can just go knock on their door and be like, hello, can we talk?
Yes, so I knock on her door.
Hey Ray, how's it going? I'm just getting ready. That fancy shit isn't for me, but
Oh, you look great.
So do you.
I thought we should chat before we go down to the ball. And Gray has the sword, Night's Fall. And
Night's Fall was like, what up?
Gray looks down at Night's Fall and goes, we talked about this. I'm trying to have a moment here.
Oh, sorry, right. Mushy shit.
And Gray gestures to whatever sitting situation there is and can we sit down and talk?
I'm trying to think of a good excuse to not have a talk. But I'm coming up blank. So I guess I'm forced to do this.
I mean, if you super don't want to have this conversation, we don't have to.
It's just awkward, I guess. It's just awkward. But I think it's an important conversation to have. What's on your mind?
Okay. So, when we were with Siri and we were trying to figure out what was going on with the sword, I had a memory. And it was of you making this sword. And you said that it was a bad idea. But you did it anyway because I asked you to. And I wanted you to know that because it felt like lying to you to not tell you.
That sounds extremely like me.
It does. It very much does.
Why was it a bad idea?
Probably because it rips a hole between this world and Arcadia.
Nah,
That's fair.
you just.
Oh,
didn't want
do
her
you
to
have
fix
an
the
opinion?
problem. Nah, you just didn't want her to fix the problem. So, I exist, but you didn't think it was going to help.
Hey, please don't be rude.
I'm just saying that was why it was a problem. I remember that.
What problem?
Gray like props Nightsfall up onto a chair so Nightsfall can be part of the conversation.
I appreciate this, but like I don't have a face, so like my voice could be anywhere.
Yeah, this makes
All right.
this makes it seem like you're part of the conversation, though.
So I don't. Myths are always messy, and every time we do this little loop again, I get different pieces of what I remember. But so Gray, you knew what Anil and the rest of them wanted to do, and you wanted them to not do it. So you asked Anil to make me, which Anil did, but Anil didn't think we were ever going to have to use me, which is why Anil made it.
Okay.
But
Some more.
I will make a super weapon. Clearly, no one will ever want to use this super weapon.
I'm not a super weapon. Legitimately, I had no purpose in Arcadia. If we had been in Arcadia, nothing. I could have done nothing.
I'm being a shit.
I am giving your shit back because you made me. Look, we can do this
I
all
don't
day.
remember.
I can even swear like fucking cunt. Like, what do you want from me?
Clearly a product of your making.
Wow. Fuck you too. Thank you.
Just saying. It takes after you. It's not a criticism.
I didn't take it as a criticism.
I prefer to think of myself as my own independent being, and fuck you, because swearing is awesome.
You know, I don't. This is a situation I have obviously encountered before, but I don't recall at the current juncture.
Would you like to roll your remembrance to see if you remember anything about this sword?
I sure boy howdy would.
Okay.
Golly gee.
Totally fair.
I have one
Just-
pip in remembrance.
Okay. Add to that your perception, because I think you're staring at the thing, just trying to remember what about it.
All right.
Threshold 6.
3 successes.
Okay. So you actually have a distinct memory of forging this. You do not remember this personality. It didn't have this personality when you forged it. In fact, you weren't certain what personality it was going to have. In fact, you're not even certain you thought it was going to have a personality when you made it. However, what you also remember about it was when you first forged it, it was a key.
I remember. You were much better when you were when you were quiet.
Because knocker flaws, like, I don't know what to tell you. That's on you, boo-boo.
It's in
It's
my
been spending
nature.
too much time with us.
Clearly. So I say this to Gray that, like, that I recall it being key initially, not a sword. And ask, and do you recall it being a key? Like, what is your memory here? So we can, like, try to line things up a little bit.
Question for storyteller. It was always the shape of a sword.
In your memory, yes. There is no memory of a key.
Okay. I mean, it's always been in the shape of a sword, but clearly it can be used as a key. It unlocks a path between two worlds.
It's like I'd be anything so uncool as a key. Like, what am I supposed to do as a key? I can't cut shit, can't fight people. What the fuck?
Listen, Disney has made a very successful franchise about keys that are also weapons. It's very confusing. About as confusing as this is right now.
Okay.
Wouldn't you wish you were a Keyblade Knights Fall?
Yeah. Why didn't you make me one? I don't have any control of that.
Well, Keyblades weren't a thing around the time you were made.
Yeah. I'm sorry I don't have the gift of foresight, you fucking bitch.
And with that, I'm going to put a pause on this particular conversation, and I'm going to move over to Jack/Mahone. Jack, you have run out, well, not run, but you have been quickly escorted out of the ballroom before anybody sees you / recognizes you.
Yep.
You are taken back to the king's chambers. They still all treat you like the king, because while what was said to Nerissa is a thing Nerissa has to deal with, she hasn't told anybody that, so you're still Jack to everyone else. There is a changeling that is sent up to your quarters. It is another merfolk. It has green gold scales, and Your Majesty, I heard you had need of a shapeshifter.
Yes.
I'm also told to tell you the omens for tonight are very mixed. I mean, like, there's doom, but also it was not very clear, as soothsayers are. But what would you like to be turned into, Your Majesty?
I didn't think this far ahead. Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
What would, I guess, my mom's court recognize me as?
Your face hasn't changed particularly much. While it does have the scaled appearance now of the merfolk, it's still the same face, same hair type experience that way. The biggest problem would be your features, but you could also create a even more mer-like experience, which now that you look at yourself vis-a-vis the other merfolk, what you could have written off as being different and special because you're the king, it's slightly off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. I think that it would be very nice if I could look more like my people for this auspicious occasion.
He goes, okay, and she closes her eyes and goes, hang on a second, this is gonna feel really weird. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but it's kind of like being stretched like a rubber band. Sorry.
I'm always up for a new experience.
So she closes her eyes, and it is very much like being stretched like a rubber band. You feel like your bones move and your face start stretching and collapsing back. And when she's done, you're still merfolk. Your hair is now blue. It's beautiful. It matches your scale color now, and you have very much more delicate features than you did before. He goes, I mean, I don't recognize you. Does this help?
This is perfect. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, I have to go find one of our other guests, apparently. He wants to be turned into a dog, so give me a minute.
All right. Well, okay. Sounds like you've got your work cut out for you.
Narissa did leave me with one other message. If you could actually attend the ball, at least to hear what people are saying, that would be much more useful than just, I don't know, making her queen for the night. Her words.
I will be heading back out to the ball presently.
Thank you. Iris. Lakota. Enunciacata. What are you doing getting ready? Well, I know Enunciacata is mad and just letting people get her ready. But the other two of you, is there anything you'd like to do before you go to the ball?
I think Iris would, like, she's got a lot of questions, and she's not gonna get many answers. But, just gonna try to, like, see if there's, like, a library here quickly, just to be like, do mer people read books?
Absolutely. They are like,
Rude.
they are people. They are people. Probably the
Are
best.
merfolk literate?
Rude!
I don't know. What's their public education program like?
I don't know. Jackson.
Yeah, what is the
for a
public-
couple of months? It's at least improving.
They at least follow the Dewey Decimal System. I mean, come on, let's go, my man.
The Kingdom of Hurantis has free government-funded education up through and including a bachelor's degree.
Just a bachelor's,
this is
what about my
dumb.
master's?
But if I want to become Dr. Diarmood?
I know.
That
but
you're
what-
going to have to speak to your university about funding, but we have grant programs available.
I love this for everybody. I'm sorry, I really do.
Mental note.
Can I stay in Hurantis and be a doctor professor?
Dr. Professor Lacoca?
How to eat things.
What would you be a
101.
doctor professor
We
of?
can get you a doctorate in fight. We have
Doctorate
programs
in punch.
available.
But yeah, Iris is gonna check out the library, the government funded library.
All right. The best way to do that, though, probably for you, is to find the entrance to the Dreaming. The main ball will be held in the Dreaming just to protect everybody from, accidentally doing a magic and somebody being drowning right now.
Okay, well, if she can't find it easily, she'd probably be talking to, like, because if this is like, oh, everyone was expecting Iris, she's expecting that there's people there who are supposed to, like, listen to her,
Okay.
and so she's gonna be like, try to talk to them, get a feel for what's going on, the itinerary.
You're met
Some-
by a lady in a golden cloak, and she strikes up a conversation with you while waiting to get into the ball. And we will pick up on that in a minute. Lacoca, what do you do?
Lacoca was coerced out of her crab armor and into a nice suit with promises of food.
Okay. There's definitely food. One of the things that definitely is a red cap thing is everybody's very quick to produce food around them, especially on court functions. It's not like it's a self-defense mechanism. They figure if you're busy eating something else, you won't be eating them. That's kind of the thought. It isn't.
They're not wrong.
It's just, preemptive politeness. And while you're standing there, you see a man in spiked armor, surrounded by, weirdly, a bunch of she, who is very clearly a red cap. And he creates a bubble of space around him.
Like a breathing bubble or just like personal space bubble?
Personal space. Like, he owns this room. And he's pretty certain that if he turned around and gave the order for somebody to be executed on the spot, everyone would follow it.
No, thank you.
Why would you give me that information? I would like to march up, but respect the personal space bubble, and just be like, "Where'd you get that?"
He goes, How are you, little cousin? I see we haven't met before.
Lakoka.
Yeah. I'm Count Gut Splicer. Just for
Nice.
storyteller reference, this is the actual person who runs the Duchy of BC. Yes. Haven't seen you before. Should I?
No.
Cool.
First trip up here.
Yes. Excellent. So who are you invited by? Are you invited by the rebels, by Laurel, or by the merfolk?
Oh, merfolk.
Ah, a neutral party then.
Indifferent? Might be closer?
Fair enough. I said, it's been a while since Laurel's called up her army. I haven't been called to exercise my general's title in quite some time. But you should hang out. People always bring food. And
Oh,
eventually
they've been feeding me like crazy.
And eventually I get bored. We should have a fight.
We should.
Exactly.
How do you get a title? Can I be a general?
And it's just, So, answer to that, you get real damn stubborn. You take a duchy on your own, and then you don't give it back no matter who comes to claim it. And then eventually Queen Laurel says, well, you might as well be mine. And you go, leave my duchy alone. And then she gives you lots of shit to fight.
That is so amazingly simple. I thought there was so much paperwork and bullshit. Why did no one tell me?
He goes, well, normally there are a bunch of, and he gestures around to the court who's just kind of staring at him like, why are you saying these things? And he's like, they think there's a bunch of paperwork. I think I'm fucking stubborn. Also, take down a general troll or two and, things become more fluid.
You are so wise.
He goes, now Siri thinks the only way to do this is to oppose Laurel. I think the only way to do this is to make it inconvenient for Laurel to take me down.
Thank you. Nobody else gets that.
He goes, we're going to have so much fun. He slaps you on the back, and I need you to roll a strength check here.
Hell yeah.
Please understand, this is the ruler of a duchy, so he's rolling a bunch of dice.
That's fine. Someday I'll rule a duchy.
You will. I have great faith in you.
I'd like to state for the record that we've just got a waiter following Lakoka around with a plate of hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. How many?
Just straight strength or strength what?
Strength. He rolled his strength. You rolled yours.
That's a 6 for me.
Okay. His is a 10. So he smacks you and you go flying into the pool that is the entrance to the dreaming and you fall into the ball. And you can hear his roaring laughter behind you.
My hero.
Annunciata. You are dressed. People give you a bit of distance. They do whisper, though. They clearly have experience with different kinds of changelings here, so they do their best to be very quiet. They ask you what you want. Do you tell them anything? Cool. So you end up dressed beautifully in the best version of a slua that fancy merfolk can think of. It's a little overwhelming. And while you're sitting in your room, roll me a wits and alertness. Great. You hear the feathers.
I hear you. What do you want?
You are fascinating.
Hardly. I'm just a slower.
Yeah, I know. One who wants to die.
Well, yeah. When you know too much, you know it's the end.
You're right. It is the end. But it doesn't have to be the end the way you think it does.
Oh, and what, pray tell, would you offer me?
He goes, oh, well, certainly the end of this, so you can feel freedom from all the things that make you angry. Though I admit that I am one of the things that will make you angry. I make most people angry.
You know there's nothing after this. It's a joke. It's nothing.
You're right.
I don't exist anymore.
You're right.
That's the funniest joke. With the she, I understood everything now. I know more than they do. And I know it's going to be the end, so... Look, I'm tired. You know my life. You know what I've lived. Constant state of rejection. Constant state of being on the edge. What's the point?
I was about to say, I can give you purpose. I can make this last life mean something.
And what would that be?
He goes, I find murder to be the means to the end. I find convenient at this point, and it always makes people uncomfortable. But the last life is always the most important one. It's the one that renews all the rest.
So you want me to die so I can charge the balefire so everyone else can get glamour again?
Oh, I don't want you to die specifically, though.
Oh, I meant the general. Us.
The balefires I find an interesting experiment made by the she.
Fair.
And my siblings.
You know I'm named after. You know I've foreseen Summerless.
Yes, I do. Which is why I don't find it particularly useful to run around hiding from you, and I can't get far from this lake yet anyway.
Why?
Mother doesn't want me to.
Mothers. Don't you just hate them?
True. But she has a point, and I would much prefer to finish this before the rest of my siblings wake up.
Well then, who do you hold affection for?
Who do I hold affection for?
Well, I don't pick up this card every day.
I'm sorry, storyteller can't see it.
Lovers.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's who Mother wants to wake up next.
I'm not sure who that is.
There are many tales of my marriage. I'm not always the battle queen.
Well, being that two of them are gained, wouldn't it be the three?
True. But
So which one are you?
Goes.
There are three sisters. Which one are you?
Currently, I'm still the battle queen. I'm
They
here.
were all queens, weren't they?
Yes, but I'm the one that destroys.
Oh, that one.
If Mother chooses to wake up what you have drawn for me, I will not be, but I will be queen of this land.
Oh. There was a lovely little tale from one of my good friends. Fortunate, I actually have friends now, but I find it ironic. There was a saying that the battle queen would turn around and find the king and then become queen herself.
Well, that's one ending. As I said, I give you the option of purpose, and it matters less to me whether you accept, but the option is open. And while one of your companions I have already made offers to, they are clearly claimed by my brother. So,
Lakota.
yes, I always love red caps. They're so much fun.
4 of Swords, rest, observant, and preparation. What offer would you give me?
I said, well, I cannot offer you what I would offer Lakota, which is to
Clearly.
lead my armies.
I'm no soldier.
But I can give you the knowledge of what this is all for, which I would not give you otherwise.
What would you want in return?
Serve me to the end.
Don't I already do that? One way or another?
you do it unintentionally. This way I could give you help.
And what would the wolf want?
The wolf wants what it always wants. Everything to go back into the ground.
That's fair. Strength. Why are you getting stronger?
Always.
By
Well-
each.
Though my brother strips me of a little every time we do this. Not enough, but a little.
How about this? If I was to do what you wished, and you gave me the knowledge I wanted, would you spare those in my motley?
If I gave you the knowledge you wanted, you would not ask me to.
Being I don't have it, how can I not?
There goes. I can spare them till the end.
To the end of time or to the end of their lives?
To the end of this battle.
How long do I have to think about this, or is this an instant yes or no?
You know my name. You can call me. And with that, there's the sound of feathers.
And just falls forward, just covering her face and trying not to cry.
A sea dog pushes its way into your room and nuzzles at your knee.
What is this nose?
It's cold. It's very friendly. It's licking you.
What is this? What is this?
It grabs the side of your dress very gently. And, well, actually, it starts that. Then it realizes and it finds your cane and it pokes you with your cane. And then it drags you with very gently by your clothes. Like, come on, we gotta go. And starts leading you towards the ballroom. And we're going to come back to Gray and Anil. Is there anything else you wanted to say before heading down?
I think for Gray, the important thing was making sure Anil knew everything that they knew.
Okay. Anil, do you have anything you want to add?
I don't like where this is going.
Where do you think it's going?
I think if we open a portal or open a doorway to Arcadia, things could go really sideways really fast. I don't think it will be a positive experience for most of us. I think you'll have a lot of people vying for power and a lot of people getting hurt because of it.
I'm not sure if I agree. Back where we
Again, I
started.
guess.
We'll figure it out.
I just don't want to fuck up. I
I
don't.
know. Gray, like, reaches out almost to take Anil's hand, but then thinks better of it and then picks up Night's Fall and starts to leave.
Wait. Can I at least get one dance tonight?
Of course. Try and stop me.
I would never.
That's right. And Gray winks and leaves.
Nice Wall whispers to you. Ugh, feelings. Iris, as you wait in this processional line to introduce people to this ball, the lady next to you says, "Hi, I can't help. You have such a wonderful aura about you. I'm sorry, I don't do many of these events. What's your name?"
It's Iris. You can call me Iris.
Iris. I have one of those stupid long names where somebody thought it would be fun to name me Galaxa, Marigold. Just call me Galaxa. Like, honestly, it's so much easier. It's still bad, but you know.
I mean, it could have been Irisville.
I don't know. I think that has a certain charm where mine is just, I think you need to be about space, and I'm not even about space.
Irisville literally means rainbow.
I knew we were destined to be friends. I'm so sorry. Like, again, I'm just so nervous, and these things I don't do many of them, but I have been called to over time, and they're always the same, and I'm always super nervous. I don't know what it is.
Balls are like that from time to time. It's really a matter of how prepared you are for it.
Because I suppose everybody else I know is always very prepared for stuff. They always have that, like, it predicted, which is very weird in its own way.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask for a prediction before tonight, because I'm 90% sure that Buggery Tower Card's gonna show up.
Oh, you also experience predictions. She goes, I wish I could smoke down here. And she pulls out a lighter that looks like yours. And she goes, and I keep pulling this out like I'm going to smoke something. And then I remember I'm underwater and it's just not going to work.
I mean, I would offer you some assistance, and she pulls the lighter out of her bra.
She goes, oh my dear, we have to. Oh, well, do you dance? Because I would absolutely ask you to dance.
I mean, I'm in heels. Depends which one of us would lead.
Oh, God.
I can lead if I have to.
Darling, that would never make you, in all of that glory, lead the dance. You have to flow. And I'm afraid, and she looks down, I didn't put on my flowies clothing today.
Well then,
Galaxa.
I was saying that, but my tongue was like,
It's okay.
No.
It's a stupid name. I know I have
not a stupid name.
Well, that's nice to hear you say. But, anyways, it's going to, I mean, as much as I get nervous for these, it's always nice to see everybody get dressed up. And it is very nice to be all in the dreaming together. It's like a big warm hug because everybody's here and full of their most potent glamour, and even the scary things look, I don't know, badass.
Oh, you need to meet Lakoka. Lakoka is the epitome of looking good while badass.
Oh, someone else. We should have them talk. I'm so glad I met you. I'm so relieved to have found a friend.
Yes. I actually came here with my Montley, who doesn't quite believe me when I tell them about some of the things I've seen. So I would love some reassurance that I'm not going insane. Just a little.
She pokes your lighter and she goes, there are always two sides to every coin. It's possible that you see one and they see the other. It's not the first time that's happened.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I see it too, and I would talk more, but there's so many people, and
we'll have to speak. I have a room here. We can talk later.
Oh, absolutely. I very much enjoy that.
I like that too.
All right. Oh, the line's moving. I'm so sorry. And as you all come down into this room, minus Lakoga, who just went like slamming into the ballroom and was very like surprised the dude who's standing at the top of the stairs to announce everybody doesn't have any names for you. doesn't have any way to announce you. It's just like, oh, and Madam Redcap, what's your name?
Lakota.
Do you have any titles I need to know about?
Not yet.
Right.
The best. Yeah, that's my title.
All right.
The best and only.
Stands up, makes the cane noise, and goes, presenting. Do you prefer Madam or Miss?
Madam's fine.
Madam Lakota, the best red cap. Anything else? Slayer of Worlds?
Yeah, add that.
Slayer of Worlds! Go have fun. And the rest of you file into the ballroom and are met with the most dazzling group of Fae you have seen since the Royal Motley, and even a little more dazzling because the Royal Motley was about being as wild and chaotic as you possibly could. This is a much more formal occasion, and so everybody is what their interpretation of formal is. Lakota, for you, when you go back to see Count Gut Splicer, those are some real sharp teeth. Like, he's not even trying to hide it. He's just grinning at everybody like, I make you uncomfortable. And I know it.
Are they metal or are they like bone teeth?
I think they're bone teeth.
Ooh.
You know, sharpened, filed. Clearly they're taken care of, but there's absolutely a little bit of blood somewhere on them that he's clearly just intentionally neglected to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Artfully spray painted on.
exactly. It's about appearance. He knows how to play the game.
Lakota basically just follows him around, absorbing more wisdom.
Okay. And with that, we're going to take our break for tonight, and we will come back in 10 minutes. everyone, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. And we're going to pick up at the Myrrh Ball. So, Lakoka has already been announced. I will give everybody the opportunity to have themselves announced if they should so wish. So, let's start with Iris.
Iris is gonna check her phone before doing this and is like, am I a lady in this timeline? Am I a lady in this timeline?
Yes.
Fuck. She's gonna go, Lady Iris Veal Diarmid.
House.
Fiona?
Ah, excellent. Goes, I got you. Boom! Announcing Lady Iris Veal Up. No, sorry. I gotta do this right. Lady Iris Veal Diarmid Up Fiona. Have fun.
You did good.
Thank you. He's very like, this is the first time he's ever had to do one of these things, so he's trying really hard every time he announces somebody, and then you talk to him and he's like, I did it good, right?
You did a good job. I will have to tell them royalty you're doing a good job.
Excellent. He looks at your companion and says, what would you like? And she's like, not my whole name. Please not my whole name. Can we just go with like Lady Galaxa App Allele? I'm good with that. I'm super good with that.
How do you spell allele?
Aillil. He goes, oh, okay. Boom. Lady Galaxa App Allele. Have fun.
Lady?
Yes. No. Oh, I'm not from Laurel's Court. Sorry.
I get it. You're not a local. I just, yeah. It's nice to meet you, Lady Galaxia.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Neil and Gray, what would you like to be announced?
Anil would not. Anil will just kind of sulk at the edges of the ball.
Yeah, pass. I don't need to be announced.
Unknown Selkie and Knocker.
That was the opposite.
That's the opposite. That's worse, even.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gray and Anil are here.
Just to announce people.
I specifically said don't announce me.
Now you've created intrigue for yourselves.
Oh.
Annunciacata.
Lady Annunciacata, Ambassador of Bats.
Lady Annunciacata, Ambassador of Bats. Are there bats? Can I pet the bats? Are there bats?
There are always bats, you just don't see them.
Oh, that makes me sad. If they come and they want to be seen, I will pet the bats.
Oh, Lord.
Jack, what would you like to be announced as?
Jack. Jack's a common name. Just Jack. No, don't put the just in front of it. Just Jack.
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You gotta say the whole thing.
Just Jack.
No. Jack.
Yes, just Jack.
Just
Do the jazz hands, too.
All right, I got this. Flom. Jack.
I go for a high five.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the most dramatic Jack I've ever announced.
You did a great job. Thanks so much.
Great. Have fun. Seriously, the hors d'oeuvres are the best. Admittedly, don't tell anyone, but I kind of snuck into the kitchens earlier. A++++.
Nice.
And so you descend into the ball. The ball is primarily made out of merfolk, so it is the greatest preponderance of people you can see here. However, there are distinct groups here. While Siri is not here, Liz is. And there are two contingents on the other side, and they're definitively on opposite sides of the ballroom right now. Like that's that energy going on. One of them, of course, is Count Gutsplicer, and the other is Duke Stephen, and he is a Dougal, and he is the Duke of Ontario.
Michelle, I had the same thought.
Stop it. It's
Is it Steven with a PH?
Because the audience can't see what I just typed in there. We're at a middle school dance.
No, it was better when they didn't know.
That's why I was thinking as well.
it's okay.
That's
we
why
can
I'm
cut
doing
it.
exactly what I did in a middle school dance, which was hang around at the edges and talk to no one.
If you look around at the group, everybody has definitely presented in their most beautiful and yet most threatening way. The daggers are still there. They just have jewels on.
Jack is loving it. This is like being in Disneyland.
There is a dance floor, as all good balls have. Gray, someone has clearly decided that classical music is the thing to give she in general, and it is so boring. It's so boring.
Yeah, no. Gray's not letting this fly.
Admittedly, it's very beautiful. It's well executed.
Is there somebody like leading the band?
There's definitely a conductor.
Yeah. Gray gets up on stage and goes, "Hi, how are you? I'm just gonna, okay, bye."
Roll me something for this.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm definitely going to let you do it, but I want to know with how much charisma you do it. This is my...
I hope a lot.
I'm certain.
Lakoka's just hanging by Gutsplicer. She has not at all registered that people are splitting into camps.
Nope. And Gutsplicer is splitting into a camp, but, you know, he makes it look like that's what he meant to do. Sorry, I'm pulling a character sheet so I can see one.
Go for it.
Me. I should have one pulled up regularly, but I don't.
What are the chances we can make this manipulation instead?
Well,
I have 4 pips in manipulation, and my like specialty thing is song.
true. If you're going to, I was just trying to figure out what kind of like personal energy you were bringing to the stage as you took it over. That's all. Because I was going to go for charisma and persuasion, but if you want to go for manipulation, I will let you, but then you will probably be just manipulating the conductor into letting you do it.
I mean, that's fine too. Persuasion, I have 3 there.
Difficulty 6. You're in
Is that accounting for my like specialty?
oh shit, you're right. It's a difficulty 5.
Ha ha ha! I need to figure out a place to throw these die. Yeah.
Very, very succeed heavy.
I believe in you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 success.
He's like, yeah, this was sort of short notice. Are you the backup? Can you please help? We're so not used to this.
I got this. Follow me. Gray shouts at the band and starts actually with that jazzy cover of Welcome to the Black Parade.
There is a general rustling as this happened, and all these very fancy people suddenly are listening to Welcome to the Black Parade. They're not against it, though. They're like, yeah, this is a mood. I'm here for this.
Sometimes I get the feeling you're watching over me. And it's just like big band energy going on.
Yep. Galaxa looks at Iris and goes, oh, this party just got a lot more fun. You wanted me to meet your friends. Did you want to meet the friends, or did you want to circulate, or do you want a food. I'm sorry, I just get like the nervous energy at you because I never know where to put my body at these things. Sorry, did Iris hear me?
No, Iris is just like, is that My Chemical Romance?
Goes, yes.
By romance, chemical.
Yep.
So, I've never been to a ball that's been this segregated.
Oh, so you've never been to a wartime ball?
No, normally my balls are not in wartime, no.
So what's really fun is to accidentally get one person on the wrong side of the ballroom and watch them freak out.
I mean, the Coco's right there.
There's about to be some panic at this disco.
Watch it. Look, we are the stories of everything imaginative, and some of that is war. Some of that is war. And because, unless it's the Iron Death, they're not indefinitely dead. Sometimes we just have a fight for the story of it. It's less alarming when you think they're coming back.
Yeah, but some people don't come back.
True. True. But not usually because we did dramatic war enactments. I know that sounds very strange.
It's not the strangest thing I've heard in a while.
I feel that. Because, well, we can make this more interesting no matter what. So, let's see. And she starts staring up at the ceiling, trying to think of what she'd like to do. You're pretty certain she's trying to think of a spell.
Penny for your thoughts?
Because I'm trying to think of my best summer bunk. Anything?
I mean, I know of a summary type of thing that projects emotion.
I was thinking aphrodisia.
I mean, that is an emotion I could conjure.
There's the... Oh, you have to... Oh, do you not know this bunk? I have to teach you. It's so much fun.
Well, you know, I've got an affinity for the warmer things.
Do you want to have... So, the thing about this particular bunk is you give something a magnetic effect. Doesn't really matter what, though.
Giving an object a magnetic effect.
Or a person. Or a tree.
That is not what tree holes are for!
I mean... When you look at her on the dreaming side, she has glorious blue-purple hair. She has golden eyes, golden nails, almost like talons, and that cape she was wearing has become golden armor.
Like, you're not supposed to stick your tongue in it.
All right, we'll do it later. The rest of you, what are you doing?
And just probably walks in, goes to a corner, sits down, and listens.
Okay. As with all changeling balls, there's a number of things that are normal happening here. There is the music. There are several storytellers here. They do have an issue, which of course means that there's a little group of people that are just fascinated by whatever tale they're telling. It is likely to be a merfolk tale because it will be something to the glory of the hoster of the ball. People are dancing. The people in the middle are mingling, mostly the merfolk. Jack, you're immediately welcomed in. You know, they're like, we're having a party. They're having a stare-off. I don't know what to tell you.
Jack has already forgotten that he's not actually hosting this party and is going around to everyone who looks like they're not having a good time and is trying to make sure that they're having a good time.
Probably the person who looks the most uncomfortable right now is Duke Steven. When you go up to him, he is almost entirely mechanical. It's kind of strange. It's definitely not his scene. And his court is doing his best to make him feel comfortable, but he has armor on, and he looks like he would very much like to be anywhere but here.
Jack is going to offer a bow to Duke Stephen and introduce himself.
He goes, and he looks almost like perplexed at being addressed here. It's not like he's never been addressed. It's like, hello, are you someone else who's supposed to be polite at me on behalf of the Merking? I promise you don't have to, like, fuck
No,
all, I am okay. I'm just
You
not.
just look like you wish that you were anywhere else.
Yes. Laurel took me out of my forge to go to a ball.
Yeah.
Really, I'd rather be in a war right now. That would be easier. I at least know what I'm supposed to do with the fucking weapons. Because, by the way, I'm Duke Stefan App Dougal. You can bow or not bow. I really just kind of don't give a shit.
Hi, I'm Jack. What can I do to make this less terrible for you?
Make me not be here, but I have to be here, so I don't know.
Right. So short of just you not being here.
Can we put a forge in the ball?
I mean, we have a forge. You wanna go see the forge?
Goes, yes, but I'm not allowed to. So if you can put a big ass fire in here, I will make shit. And if everybody would stop talking to me, unless it's really super important, I will make shit. And that will be my entertainment for tonight.
I will see what I can do about that.
He goes, I will not blame you when it doesn't work.
Well, we're underwater, so I'm gonna do my best.
He goes, I appreciate that about you. It's an awkward night. Also, if you've never met a Dougal, we really just don't give a fuck about anything in general. Knockers have us outsworn, but beyond that, we don't give a fuck, and the more we go up in the title, the less we give a fuck. So here we are.
Oh, so you just must have absolutely no fucks to give at all.
Behold the field in which my fucks are grown, and see that it is barren.
I love that one.
Yes, don't take it personal. I'm just gonna be sort of cranky. I don't do court shit super often. I don't even do court shit for my court shit, and they make me come to the main house and do pronouncements, and then I go home to my forge.
Yeah. Make like swords, armor, automatons.
Chimera. Do some really complicated chimera. Lots of fun. I have a very excellent carriage. I mean, it's not like it's not it is dramatic and important, and that's what Laurel finds important about it, but it's really fucking cool. Like, I wish more people appreciated that it was cool and not that it was dramatic.
Does it like fly and like breathe fire and stuff? Like, how is it? Tell me all about this.
And he proceeds to do so. When he's talking about mechanical stuff, he's really happy. It does have horses. They are mechanical horses. They do fly. They do breathe fire. They also breathe snow.
Jack is the most delighted audience he has ever had in his life. Because I'm trying to make him have a good time, and also because this sounds rad as fuck.
His courtiers look delighted that somebody else wants to listen to him ramble about machinery.
Yeah, I probably can't actually get him a forge in the middle of this ball, but I can at least do this.
Cool. Great. If you will roll me a manipulation of the crowd, we'll see how the crowd is responding to you. So just do the same manipulation persuasion thing.
Persuasion. No.
Chaos.
I don't want that one. It's too small. Do I have the right amount in my hands? Yes, I do.
Go, Gray.
Something good. 1, 2. What's that one say? Can you see it?
Same.
Purple.
3.
6.
Okay. 4.
I rolled shit. They're very impressed. They were all prepared for a very stuffy ball, and there are people like creeping out of the entourage on both sides to like get into because maybe nobody will notice them if they just really get into the thick of it.
Excellent.
Anil, I know you're sitting on the corner over there. Is there anything in particular that would draw your interest?
I think Anil. Oh God, Anil hates people with sticks up their ass, and I think what she would do is just kind of like walk into conversations and just pretend to know people,
Okay.
and just frustrate the fuck out of people, and just be like, "Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember when they did this, and you know." Like, just pretend, like, constantly just trying to derail the conversation and just, like, fuck people up.
This works incredibly well most of the time, right up until you run into the ball's only Puka, at which point they are delighted and want to help you fuck shit up.
I team up with them.
Okay. This Puka is an otter Puka. They just want to play. Lakoka, what are you doing besides standing around with Count Gutsplacer?
Probably got bored at one point and like challenged him to an eating contest or something.
Or Count Gutsplacer's like, all right. I haven't had a... Go! This is fucking boring. Like, I swear. We have to have this whole little meeting later, but we have to have a ball so that everybody knows we're important. I can just eat somebody and they'll know I'm important. It'll be fine. I promise.
That's what I do.
Goes, I like that about you. You should come to BC. You should join my court. It'd be fun. We can get you a freehold and everything.
I want a freehold.
I know. Everyone wants a freehold. You get to do your own shit in your own house.
How many freeholds can I have?
One. So this isn't like an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's an all-you-can-eat buffet, but we don't try
Life
that
is
shit
an
on
all-you-can-eat buffet, Gutsplacer.
You're right. I can eat you. Want to try?
I could try eating you from the inside out like I did that dragon. Let's go.
All right. Go get powered up. We'll see how this goes. I really should wait till Her Majesty arrives before I start fights in her ballroom. Go.
Are we eating or are we fighting?
We're definitely fighting. We're just not fighting
Okay,
till
great.
after her Majesty arrives, so that she can witness my grandeur.
That's fair.
Go eat. You're gonna need it.
I will go eat.
Okay.
And then I'll go listen to Stefan because I want to learn how to make shit better.
All right. As all of this is happening, the thwomp is heard, as has been heard the whole night, but this one's real loud. And at the top of the stairs is Nerissa. And it's announced as Princess Nerissa. Sorry, I had this in my head. Acting Queen of the Myrrh on behalf of King Jackson Christopher Thaddeus Nazoth. And Nerissa descends in a glittering tiara and waves of beautiful curling hair. Now, she can't quite compete with the she in the room because nobody can compete with the she in the room on this. However, she has done her level best. And at
Jackie is openly applauding.
And at her side are two well-armored bodyguards. Like, we're here to have a good time, but we're not here to act like this isn't happening.
We had a good time and a long time.
Exactly. She goes, and silence falls over the hall as she arrives at the throne at the back, and she says, Welcome! I cannot tell you what an honor it is to have all of such prestigious guests grace my hall. I am unfortunately the bearer of bad news that my father, despite having been returned to us, is indisposed tonight. We all know what it's like coming out of our chrysalis. It is alarming and confusing, and some days are better than others, but I will endeavor to be the host you expect. So, eat, drink, be merry, and don't fuck it up. And with that, the ball continues. Nerissa stands on top by the throne. She doesn't sit in it because almost uncomfortably, like she doesn't think she belongs there, but she is presiding currently. There is a second throne here, but she also does not sit in that throne. Duke Stefan looks at Jack and goes, well, we've passed the first threshold. Look, aren't we busy and important?
I guess the hard part's over?
Oh, no. Now we measure cocks. That's usually what happens next.
Oh, lovely.
Because it's all right. Eventually, we all come to the conclusion that everyone's exactly as powerful as we knew they were. And then everybody gets drunk, dances, and the Elunids start parceling people into rooms to have secret conversations that only the Elunids really understand why we're having these secret conversations. But, you know, it's okay if you know it's coming. You're looking at me strange.
Sounds unnecessarily complicated.
Because that's changeling society, dear boy. Are you new? Like, do you not remember? It's okay if you don't.
I don't know why I remember everything being so much simpler.
I mean, on your own, it absolutely is. However, never, there's too many contracts in a room at any given point. And too many trolls. Seriously, they get real mad at us, even me, when we fuck up our contracts. You almost don't need the dreaming to come and attack you, which is what happens. Anyways, Iris, Galaxa says, you were going to introduce me to your friends. We probably should do that before things get more exciting, which they absolutely are about to.
Of course, Gray looks like Gray's busy right now leading the parade.
Oh, she's the Selkie. Oh, I've actually seen her band before. That's also, I have seen you before. You have quite the little story about you. Yes, but I didn't recognize it till you got into the dreaming, and my God, are you gorgeous. Like, better than what I've heard. Anyways, friends, I'm being distracted.
Were you talking about... Because Gray always looks really dashing.
Oh, you, dear. I recognize Gray. I'm talking about you. Just introduce me to your friends. Stop blushing. There's no point.
Right. Who looks the least occupied?
Annunciacata.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Annunciacata!
Tell me I am wrong.
Annunciacata.
Yes. What?
I would like you to meet my...
New friend? I'm Galaxa, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Galaxa.
Sorry, I get so enthusiastic.
Hi.
Hi. She reaches out and grabs your hand, and she drops her voice to try and whisper at you, though she knows the ball is not the best place for a Slua in the first place. She's like, oh, and you have a charming dog.
I have a dog?
It looks like you have a seeing eye dog.
It's a very pretty sea pup, all blues and purples and greens.
Where?
The nose hits you in the leg, objecting.
Oh, well, I I didn't know I had one.
Oh, well, somebody must have been looking out for you.
Oh, I'm just sitting here. Nothing much to do.
Well, I'm talking and we can create something to do. I'm Galaxa Apalil.
Nanziakara, Ambassador Bats.
Sounds like we have something in common.
Bats?
No. A fondness for our passions.
Oh, speaking of the little ones.
True. Not quite what I meant. Anyways, I met Iris and she's such a sweetheart and she said she'd introduce her friends, so I wanted to meet them. Are you having fun? Is there something we could do to make this party more interesting for you?
Make it end.
I can't do that. Sorry.
I mean, that's what would bring me the best pleasure ever.
I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. There's so much to hear here. Oh,
No, really, it's a lot on the hearing, actually.
you're right, it is. I'd have thought. Remind me to come back to that.
Sure, I'll put a pin in it.
Excellent. Who's next, Iris dear? Sorry, I
Let's see here. Does Lakoka look like they're about to get into a fight?
Lakoka's stuffing their face currently.
Okay. Lakoka doesn't look like she's about to fight someone, so let's go visit Lakoka. Let's go visit Lakoka.
Galaxa looks at Lakoka and goes, "Oh, and your motley includes a red cap."
Yes, Lakoka, this is Lady Galaxia. Lady Galaxia, this is Lakoka. What was your title you got announced with?
The best. Destroyer of worlds, slayer of worlds. I forgot already.
Which worlds have you destroyed then?
The ones no longer around. That's why you don't know them.
Good answer. Are all your friends so beautiful, or is it just like a requirement for your motley?
What was that?
I said, are all your friends so beautiful, or is it just a requirement for your motley?
Oh, you flatter us too much.
No,
I'm confused.
Everyone's just gorgeous.
Did you want me to tell them about the lighters, or no?
But nobody believes me.
Oh, yes. You should believe her about the lighter.
I believe Iris about most things.
See?
Get a big brave in the being beehive.
No
I'm
problem.
just
No, I don't.
indifferent to most things that I can't punch. So I leave the magic to her.
All right. So punching's the thing for you.
I mean, general physical harm is kind of what we're good at. There's a couple of us who can do magic, but they're real fucking scary, and I don't mess with them.
That's interesting.
Well, you know what they say, the best way to prevent someone from using magic, Lakoka?
Punch them real fucking
Had
hard?
them?
Make sure you hit them first.
I'm not subtle, though. You see me
Give them
coming.
the good old 1-2.
The old razzle dazzle. You should stick around. I'm gonna fight Gut Splicer.
Oh. Oh. That'll be fun. He likes fights.
7-1.
If I lose an arm in the fight, you think Stefan will give me a medal one?
Yes.
8-1.
Largely because he hates these things.
10-1 odds. 10-1.
I don't know math.
It goes, oh, Gut Splice is going to wipe the floor with her, but
101.
no. Keep it reasonable.
75.
20-1 would be fun.
20-1. 20-1.
Sometimes Gut Splicer throws fights because it's funny, but, you have to catch him in the right mood.
Yeah. Anyway, I would love for you to meet Anil. Anil is just wonderful and a delight.
Lead me to them. Bye, Lakoka. I look forward to the exhibition.
20-1.
20-1. Maybe 30-1.
Throw a mouthful of wave. Bye, Galactus.
I like it. Maybe I can turn into a robot. Do you think I should turn into a robot and name myself Galactus? I'm here for it.
Robots are not really my specialty.
True, but it would be so much fun, and no one would be expecting a giant galactic robot in this ball.
And you know who would love to hear about that? Neil.
Galaxa comes up to you and goes, "So how do you feel about giant galactic robots? I'm here. I'm supposed to talk to you about this. I'm Galaxa, by the way."
I mean, kind of cool.
Right? It
Oh,
would
wait.
make the party so much.
I mean, we'd probably be dead. Fucking obviously, because where the fuck are you gonna stand? You're just gonna crush us all.
Also, wouldn't you rest?
I'm not in.
No, it depends on the material. Obviously,
Also,
Iris, as smart as she is, doesn't know jack fucking shit about this shit.
That's why
Like-
that's why I directed Lady Galaxia to you.
I mean, there's several metals that are non-corrosive. I mean, theoretically, depending on where we harvest the materials, and if we're talking like a large space-faring robot, we can probably harvest some asteroids, which might have lots of platinum or gold, which would be really, really good. Especially gold, that's non-corrosive at all.
I love the way you think. Absolutely gold, but I'm going to have to add like the whole magical girl transformation but instead of like dressed robot.
Mission.
Usually you get in the fucking robot. That's the whole point of the robot.
Yet.
The point of this whole world we live is to be imaginative, and I think a magical girl transformation into a robot is something the world desperately needs.
You know, I only put the cockpits.
Galaxa starts cackling. Beautiful.
Where the head is. Because, I mean, otherwise it would be really confusing trying to pilot the thing. Right? Like, if it's, like, down somewhere else, let's say your crotch, you would be really hard because you would not be used to controlling your body in such a way. So, clearly, the best place for the cockpit is the head.
Yeah, it sounds like some excellent head.
I've never had a bad review about the cockpits and the heads that I have, and I've given them.
I appreciate your friend. You were right. Your motley is excellent.
Indeed. This is why I wanted you to meet Anil, Lady Galaxia, Anil.
I'm also supposed to tell you to believe Iris about her lighter. Yep, that's mine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
We got weirder shit going on, so.
Yeah. Maybe don't destroy the world. It's fine.
I know, right? I tried. I read the itinerary and I tried.
I know, Iris. If you have one, I know you've been told. Anyways, do we interrupt the band or do I just yell and scream like a fangirl at the edge of the stage? I can do either.
I mean, knowing what I know about Gray, make a little sign too.
All right, let's go yell and scream at the edge of the stage. Come on, it has to have some fun. And legitimately, Galaxa goes up to the edge of the stage, creates a sign going, "I love you." She goes, What's her name? Or their name?
Gray.
Gray.
But with an E, not an A.
And just jumps up and down screaming at the edge of the stage with a sign that says, "I love you, Gray."
Gray is definitely in like showman mode and it's just like, this is a Tuesday. And just
Right.
like smile and wink.
I love you too, random citizen.
Exactly. At this point, Gut Splicer walks up to Lakoga and goes, "You ready?"
Born ready. Or
Great.
chrysalis ready.
I don't dance, so let's get started. Roll me your strength check.
Okay, everybody, we've got 20-1 odds on Lakoka. 20-1 odds. Any takers?
Be 20-20
Did I
against,
activate all
otherwise
my
you're betting
stuff?
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, dope. So he needs a 9 to hit then.
You are. He's not super worried about it.
I bet against the Coca.
Okay.
It's fair. Share the winnings.
Shh.
Well, while this is going
If
on,
you
Go ahead, sir.
tell her, Iris, I will personally reach my hand up your ass and use your mouth like a fucking puppet. Am I clear?
I am not to tell Lakoga that you bet against her.
Thank you. Or anyone else for that matter. This is between you and me.
Just between the two of us?
Otherwise, you're a
Two
puppet.
of us.
Anne will eventually have written a carefully worded note and asked the sea pup to give the note to Gray.
Okay.
Is that just straight strength or strength something?
Just straight strength, because he's literally just going to run into you.
Okay, that's just 8 for me then.
Okay. What were you using as your threshold for it? Because he's
Oh,
definitely...
what was that? Oh, yeah, 7.
Yeah, no. Try 9.
Somebody with number dice roll for me then.
How many do you need?
6.
I'm using my lucky rainbow die for you.
Thank you.
10s are with 2, right?
Yep.
5.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
You managed to stop him because he's just running at you to start some shit. So he's not using anything except do a run at, right?
Do a heckin' run at, yeah.
Exactly. So
Classic
ready?
red cap.
Yonk! And you are now locked in battle. How we are going to do this is I will let you use... We will do 3 rounds. You can use a power every round.
Okay.
That's not already active, because he will do the same thing.
Alright, yeah, I'll probably just keep the dragon scales up. That's what makes it need a 9, I guess.
Okay, and you're going to use your brawl here. He's not going to pull any weapons on you, and if you do, he will probably break your arm into taking them away.
No, that's perfect.
How many dice?
Math 11.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And you're both at an equal. It takes 9 to hit you.
Yeet.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
8 successes with the threshold of 9.
Okay. The first one hits him, whatever you do.
Just a nice headbutt
Yep.
Oh gosh.
since we're in smooch range.
Yep. The second one, I promise you, does not hit. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hey Google, roll 11 d10s.
I love that we're having this fight because I have so many dice out for it.
Google can't roll that many dice, Lakoga.
I got
Hold
you.
on. Do you need it? I got you. Hold
Well,
on.
no, I was just trying to see if it was a way to say it out loud.
Okay. Do we have 11? Do we need someone to do it? Because I have an app open right now.
I've got dice right now. Give me a second. You need 11?
Yes, please.
I just wanted to try to see if there was a way for me to broadcast the dice.
That's fair.
That's fair. Hold on. DC's 9.
Yes.
Un momento, por favor. Well, this was good.
I rolled via Google, and I'm going to post this in the
Oh, Lord Almighty.
changeling chat because none of you will believe me.
Dude, I'm doing the same thing because holy shit, these dice are stellar.
Oh no.
How much do you love me?
All the love.
Okay.
I love all of you. I'm just checking the chat so I can see it.
I put it in the cast Discord.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a 2, a 10, a 5, a 9, a 3, a 6, a 6, a 2, a 10, a 10, a 10.
Yeah. Hold on a minute, my friend. There you go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I got 4 10s, a 9, a 9, a 9, a 9, a 7, a 7, and a 3.
Okay, so I hate to tell everybody this, but y'all tied this. So
Oh damn.
no matter what, it on your best roll, he tied it with you. The middle one, he rolled way too many 10s. Just saying, just way too many. But the first one, you get a solid slam on him. So what would you like to do?
Oh, just a headbutt. Like if he got that close in range, it was a headbutt.
You send him flying across the dance floor. He knocks into like 7 ladies, 2 mer people, and he's just going backwards and he's laughing. Like this is the most fun he's had like all day, and he's ready to go. He slams these people into the wall behind him. You hit him so hard, and then he uses this to take a run up at you, and he grabs your arm and swings you around like he's just like gonna bowl for people. And you hit a lot of people on the dance floor. He's just like, sure, this is what we're doing. This is great.
Yeah. I'm cackling the whole time, and I like cannonball.
Yeah.
To make sure I hit a strike.
On the third one, you'll run at each other, and you get locked in fierce combat, and he grins, a bloody grin at you.
I return it.
And the coin in your pocket falls out of your pocket, and you slip on it, and he sits on top of your chest.
Oh no, that's fair. I brought some
Didn't
stuff.
the coin fall out in the graveyard last episode?
It did, and Lakota picked it up again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought the glamour got rid of the curse. Oh, never mind.
No. Glamour did something. Get rid of the curse was not what it did.
Well, that looks like it's match.
He goes, you really should come to BC. Tell me you'll come to BC.
Probably.
Great. I'll see you in BC then. And he has enacted casual contract on you.
Well,
Damn. She's not smart.
looks like it's that's it. Okay. If you guys will go around here, we'll do the payouts.
He leans down and pulls you up, and it's literally just a honk. Seriously, lots of fun. A++. And you probably let a lot of people win money tonight, so it's how you have fun at these things. You challenge big, strong people, and then you fight them in the middle of the floor. And, eventually, either people fight you on sight, which is fine, or they ignore you and avoid you, which is also fine.
They never told me I could do this at balls. I have so much to learn.
He goes, it depends on the ball. My balls are very much not this. Laurel likes this, so we do this, so that Laurel lets me have my balls.
I'm writing it down on a napkin so I don't forget.
He goes, you're gonna do fine, I promise.
So yeah, Iris is going to tuck away Anil's winnings in her bra for later. She doesn't want to give it to Anil now.
Gray, a sea pup, headbutts you on the stage, like it's just bounded onto the stage like a very excited puppy, like hello, and has a note.
Fortunately, it is during a break in the song, so Gray takes the note, pats the dog on the head, a little confused, and just no return message.
It bounds off, and you see the sea pup heading back towards Annunciacata. Annunciacata, what does the note say?
The note is actually on the 8 of Swords, which means isolated, pain, and trapped. And she wrote on there, was visited by Anume, the battle queen, before the ball, made me an offer. We should talk at some point.
Well, we can't unpack all of that right now. And that goes into Gray's pocket, and Gray starts on a new song, Stupid Cupid.
And
Which then Anne hears a song, looks confused, and curls up in the chair and just starts rocking in the chair.
And as you do this, a mood comes over the dance floor. It's a little creepy. It's a little eerie. It's not like the feeling of the Battle Queen, because you know what that is. But it's just like somebody is watching you behind your head. And people start to dance sort of frenetically and sort of itchily. And at the corner of the dance floor, all of you see someone beckoning for you. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
We forgot a thing that we were going to do. Are we going to push it?
Would you like to do a thing still?
No, the thing that you messaged me about the other day, my bard's tongue for the night.
It's true, but we're going to push it because it's still
Okay.
Day.
Good. Just wanted to make sure I didn't fuck up.
Nope, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good time. We're still at this ball. I just want everybody to have the rest they need for tomorrow. So, as always, we're going to go around to let everybody introduce themselves again, and we'll see you next time. So, MJ, kick us off.
What's your band leader tonight? I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. I'm a podcaster and writer, and you can find my work on certainpov.com, where I host several podcasts. My most popular one is Reignite, a podcast about Mass Effect.
Awesome. And John, thank you for being our Merking.
I was mermaid number 3.
You were an excellent mermaid number 3.
My name is John. I love you. You're great.
Rhea.
So my name is Ray. You can find me on Twitter at explosive_donut, or on the Discord for this group. We have a Discord. Please join the Discord. I'm not on it very often. I'm not gonna lie. Don't join for me. But I try to be.
Look, our Discord is fun. We do random shit, and people should poke me into streaming the Hogfather for you guys. Like, you should remind me to do that. I know it is late, but we need to do this.
I don't know what that is.
Good.
I don't know who the Hog of the Father is.
That sounds
Have
terrifying.
none of you read Terry Pratchett?
See?
Surprisingly, no. Well, I've read a little bit. I've read Good Omens. But that's neither here nor there. This is supposed to be an outro. Bye!
And on that note, Velvet.
I have not read the thing, but would like to. I've been Velvet. Thank you all so much for excusing my absence. Unfortunately, mandatory class got switched between days than I originally signed up. But you can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, as well as the Flight Risk and Stories of a Broken Sun podcasts.
Awesome. And Michelle.
Hi, I've been Michelle Sealine. Doing the little finger mustache. Cause I just can't get over that. I can't get over that.
I love my mustache on a stick.
It's a mustache. My name is Michelle Sealet. I have an Iris Diamud for tonight. You can figure out all about the stuff I'm doing at Michelle Sealet on Twitter and MichelleSealet.com. This weekend, because it's Friday when this episode airs, this weekend I'm running not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tabletop games and 1 tabletop stream with some familiar velvet-shaped faces. We're going to be streaming Werewolf the Apocalypse Rage Across the Berkshires, which is where I grew up, and it deals with the actual ecological problems of what happens when companies decide to dump PCB into a river.
There they. Anyways, Junie.
Hi, I'm Gina Van Ash. I was your slow in the corner because I didn't want to be here. And that's how we're going to say Anna's being. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Yes, I stream on Twitch. I make Pokemon balls and other things with yarn. I'm also a storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade on the RPG table. Thanks for watching.
Go watch all these lovely people shit always. Like, I'm already always on that hype. Anyways, I'm your local chaos bringer, Spectre Alafet. You can find me there on most places on the internet. You can follow the show on Twitter at Arc of the Dragon. You can give us a like and a follow on YouTube at Archives of the Dragon. You can also catch up with our previous one-shots, Thirsty Sword Lesbians and Scion over there. We are hoping to do at least one a month and some other things coming up, so hopefully I can get those arranged. Also, if you feel really generous and you love us a lot, you should subscribe here and get us money so I can pay for the Zoom and the Photoshop or other fun things, more costumes, more nonsense that we can bring on stream. So, just go do the thing.
Fun fact. Twitch is currently having a sale on $50 gift cards for the price of $40. Support your favorite streamers and get a discount today.
True. Also, you can, give us, bits and whatever else. I'm here for all forms of it. Anyways, as always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.